Hello and welcome to Conspiracy Boulder.
You're not a boulder, you're a rock!
Welcome to Conspiracy Boulder News. Today we ask Greece, so how's that going for you? Ever since Greece got involved with the IMF, that once proud and ancient society that gave us the Olympics, geometry, medicine, philosophy, democracy, modern science, and so much more, has been a royal mess. So, really, how's that going for you? First, let's look at the International Monetary Fund. The IMF. The IMF claims that it works to, quote, foster global monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, facilitate international trade, promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and reduce poverty around the world. End quote. The IMF also claims that its, quote, primary purpose is to ensure the stability of the international monetary system. End quote. Has any of that happened for you, Greece? How many jobs were created since you took bailout money? How much was poverty reduced? How secure are you financially? Unfortunately, a quick look at Europe's economic situation reveals almost no such glorious and noble results anywhere. Any idiot can clearly see that getting involved with bailouts is often followed by complete economic catastrophe. Just look at Spain, Italy, Portugal, Ireland, Cyprus, and now the Ukraine. Are those disasters just coincidences? Really? The IMF should be an oasis, with clean spring water in the midst of a dry parched desert, ready to save the day. But is it really? Is the loaned money boosting economies? Or is it really just going to pay off interest on enormous debts? By the way, how in God's name is that supposed to help anyone? If you are broke, you don't need someone to loan you money so you can pay the interest you owe on your credit cards. No, instead, you need someone to loan you money so you can create value. You know, maybe start a business, or make investments that will allow you to create wealth, build a future, and get out of your hole. The last thing you need is to borrow more money to pay off interest on endless loans. In fact, it seems that almost any country unlucky enough to drink deeply from the poisonous bailout spring water, quickly develops the most horrible case of stomach virus, flu, and diarrhea. And as the country lays suffering, and near death, the bankers offer more spring water. And, almost unbelievably, even though the suffering country sees that other countries have gotten the same diarrhea, it keeps drinking from the poison spring. And keeps getting worsening diarrhea. And everyone in the old-fashioned media acts all serious and surprised. Then come a whole mess of economically draconian measures. Taxes go up, benefits go down, pensions disappear, savings vaporize, people are financially ruined, bank accounts are frozen or seized. Bankers call this austerity. We call it the black hole of death. The seizure of national treasures isn't far behind, in a preposterous chain of events that pretend to help pay off debts and interest and creditors. Really? So, we ask you. How's that going for you, Greece? Is drinking more poison water helping you feel better? Is there any other way out? By the way, things didn't seem to start to turn around for Iceland, or Ireland, or Hungary, until those countries divorced themselves from the IMF. Hungary actually got so fed up that it demanded that the IMF get the hell out of its country. Well, there you have it, Greece. We are nervous for you. And we sincerely hope you can stay strong and determine a pathway that preserves your national treasures and your people's wealth, while shaking off the shackles of apparently orchestrated interest and damaging debt. We'd hate to see you forced to sell prime land to foreigners, with their own selfish plans. And we'd really hate to have to pay admission fees to some foreign hedge fund, to see the new Parthenon theme park, complete with a banking merry-go-round, a debt roller coaster, and overpriced, anti-nausea souvenir pills. Or to see the bankers make the Acropolis into a condo development, limited strictly to foreign millionaires and investors. Maybe our third president, Thomas Jefferson, said it best, about 199 years ago, in his May 28, 1816, letter to John Taylor. Mr. Jefferson wrote, quote, "Banking establishments are more dangerous than standing armies. And that the principle of spending money to be paid by posterity, under the name of funding, is but swindling futurity on a large scale." End quote. Oh, Mr. Jefferson. You were so very right. If only you were here to speak to Greece today. And the rest of the world as well. And if you were here, we could only pray that the old-fashioned media would actually air your statements, rather than ignore you or censor you or edit you. Just what would you say? I wonder.
What I wrote in my letter to John Taylor in 1816 still applies today. I repeat, banking establishments are more dangerous than standing armies. And that the principle of spending money, to be paid by posterity, under the name of funding, is but swindling futurity on a large scale. Resist, Greece, resist. And don't give up. You are greater than this. Good luck and Godspeed.
Think about it. Conspiracy Boulder News will return after this break.